Hey guys, Soph and Shell from the Grapevine podcast.
As you know, we're sponsored by Birmingham's own Shake It Well. To go get your bottles, you need to go across to the Instagram page and DM them on Shake It Well _Bravo Juice.
They are being delivered directly to your door now. Okay?
Right to your door.
Brand new service. So send them a DM, hit them up, let them know which flavours you want.
Yeah, man.
5 different flavours, and they will deliver it for
guys,
you.
Welcome to another episode of the Grapevine podcast. I'm Shell.
And I'm Soph. We're here back again
in
our home with another guest. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey guys, I'm Glam Nads.
Glam. Glamorous.
we try.
Nah, I've been wanting to bring in our Miss Glams for a long time, actually.
Yeah.
You and Princess. But obviously today we've got you on your own, but it's nice to have you here, finally.
Yeah.
Thanks for
It's
coming.
been a long time coming.
It has.
Yeah, no, it was dope because obviously I met you guys off of coming on to our live show.
Yeah.
Podex Party. Well,
Yeah.
Noise and Banter presents Podex Party. So just to make it clear, Podex Party is its own brand.
Yeah.
Noise and Banter is its own brand, and we just collabed.
We started to
together.
realise that.
Yeah.
So no, it was great having you girls on. You did your thing. So
Thank you for having
It was
us.
nice. It was good, actually.
Because we've
Really
not
well
actually
put together.
done that on anybody else's live before, have we?
No.
So it was our first time, so thanks.
But you're not regular with that, actually.
no,
You
no.
used to do it monthly.
Yeah, it
didn't
was
you?
every month, but now it's kind of like we're just between Princess and I. We have so much happening
You've
on our
got a
own.
lot going on.
Yeah.
You lot are busy.
That it's like, you know what, in time, everything in divine time.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
It is. So we was going to bring you in today, and obviously we like our guests to get to know our guests. We like our audience to get to know our guests a little bit, and we're kind of changing up the flow of how that's happening. Because we like to keep it fun and jiggy. So we have got we've got a segment called Talk to the Hand.
Okay.
This is to test your mental agility, because what you're going to do here today is actually work your way around the hands. But in the time you're doing that, we're going to be asking you a few questions.
Yeah,
Just a few questions. Just a few questions. We might play you like a nice tune and make sure your hands don't get shaky and all them things there. You have.
You might want to move to the beat, you see.
Yeah. You're talking to a radio host, baby.
Yeah.
I was not moving.
We are too, remember?
Exactly.
We
That's
are,
how we know it's going to be hard. You've got 5 chances to make it buzz. We are keeping a winner's score sheet, aren't
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
we? We had Fendin earlier. He gave it a little go. I'm not gonna lie, your hands were shaky, man. Your hands were shaky. But yeah, let's see if the females can represent.
All right, girls. I think I'm ready.
Okay. Okay.
Oh.
So you're here with the first question, Sophia?
I am. Right, so. First question is.
So go.
Oh, actually, let me put the timer on.
Yeah, sure. I was gonna say.
You know, on the last one, I forgot to stop the timer.
This time we'll just get going.
Okay. And go. Timer's on. First question is. Okay, where are you preferring your sensual kisses? Lord have mercy.
It's just okay.
I haven't even finished your first question.
Wait, start again. This is the last time. Could I wait? If I buzz it more than 5 times, can I just get on with answering the questions and then leave the?
Oh, you're
leave the thing?
hilarious.
Shall we do that?
No, we need you to. You need to
Okay, I'm
represent.
going. Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
We'll
then.
start again.
Go
Okay.
for it. I'm ready.
Right, where are you preferring your sensual kisses? On your neck or on your lips?
On my neck.
Okay.
2.
Cool.
Just. Okay.
Oh, shit. Keep going, girls.
Okay, first task of the morning. What are you doing first? Are you brushing your teeth or are you taking a good shit?
Oh my god. Shit first. Brush my teeth after. Come on. I've got to release it, guys. There's nothing worse than brushing your teeth when you got a shit. Oh my god. Like, seriously.
It's safe to say that she'd hit her 5 quota. So
Yeah, no, I
we're just going to
definitely
let
did.
you
It's
carry
alright,
on and
it's
ask the
alright.
questions. Okay, shall I play a little one
Yeah,
tune
yeah.
and see if it just makes
See if it makes a
throws her off
difference.
a little bit, but I don't think it. No, we can't have no head bopping now.
Okay.
Keep that mental.
With these kind of tunes.
That could make its own beat in itself. Okay, another question.
The pressure's real.
Coffee or tea?
Oh, can I do both? I like coffee with tea.
Eh?
No, it actually bangs. Try it, girls. Try it. Don't knock it till you try it. It's actually lovely. But only use the canned milk, the condensed milk.
Oh,
No,
okay.
evaporated milk, not condensed.
yeah, the
That's just
evaporated
milk.
milk, isn't it?
Slaps.
That's such a Jamal thing.
It is. It is. Yeah, it is.
Thank you, Nads. For
I'm trying, girls. I'm trying to represent ladies, by the way.
yeah. Nads is literally drinking one of our sponsors' drinks. Shake it well.
Yes.
What flavour you got?
I've got pineapple.
One of my
with a hint
favourite
ginger.
ones, pineapple and ginger.
It's nice.
Love
It's nice.
this.
It's
Very
nice.
tasty.
Go cop your bottles. Shake it well _ Bravo Juice. They are delivering to your front door. So get your orders in. Send them a DM.
Yes, please.
It'd be nice frozen as well.
Oh, they
Yeah,
are.
yeah.
He
You
likes-
can have them.
He likes them frozen. To be fair.
I like them frozen.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, dash little rum in there. And,
That's-
you know, it's a cocktail, perfect
I knew,
cocktail.
and it's bank holiday. It's bank holiday weekend.
So let's get to know you a little better because we don't know you as well as we should do. To
Yeah, yeah.
Do
Been
radio?
around you for a minute.
Yeah, we
and-
have.
I didn't know you girls did radio neither.
Yeah,
So,
Tuesday.
yeah, don't.
No,
Okay.
this is the thing. Connecting with people. I see you
Yeah.
doing radio, and what makes me
Yeah.
laugh about you in your radio show
Yeah.
is your voice is so sensual. She's like, "Do you like that tune?" Yeah.
Do you know
Yeah.
it's so crazy? Because the first time I put promo out for my show,
It sounds like a sex show.
yeah, that is.
Oh, it's SWV. I'm so into you.
Do you know what? That's what my friend did. Yeah. She messaged me like she WhatsApped me. She was like, Nadia, why does it sound like you're promoting like a porno show or something?
God.
I'm like, girl, can you give me a break?
Does she actually know how to DJ or she just pretending? Or...
So I host, so I
Yeah.
can play the music. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know how to DJ, but
Okay.
it's something that you know, respectfully,
Yeah.
being in the field that I'm at, that
Yeah.
I am gonna learn the
Yeah,
craft.
yeah,
You know,
yeah, I hear
eventually I will. But right now, obviously, I'm coming from podcasting, so I know where my strengths are and where my weaknesses
Yeah.
are in that way. I'm on a journey, so I'm learning.
That's like
I'm
us
loving
though,
it.
'cause we got into the podcasting first
Yeah.
and then went into radio.
Okay,
Yeah,
So
don't,
we've been doing the
don't.
radio 2 years now. and
2 years.
podcasting 3.
Oh,
Yeah.
lovely, well
So,
done.
how long have you been on radio for?
So it's coming up to a year in September. Yeah, so I'm looking to actually do an event, more like a live Your Time with Nads event. You girls are more than welcome to come. Once I get the promo and stuff sorted out, then
Lovely.
I'll send that over to you.
That'd be nice, and she'll be like, "Yes, thank you everybody for coming so much."
Finna be a turn up, don't worry. Yeah, no, I like it. Do you know what? I think it's I think when it's like my radio voice versus my podcasting voice can be a little bit different.
Yeah,
Obviously,
yeah.
we're sitting in person.
Yeah,
I can be a little bit more
You
you know.
amplify it differently, don't you?
Yeah,
You on radio.
yeah,
I don't feel like we changed.
I feel like you stand
Really?
so me like, "Oh, we're going on out there, bro, man."
yeah. You guys naturally you have an accent, so
Because we're not in front of the camera when we're on radio. Just, I don't know, it's just so much more natural.
Yeah,
relax.
it
It's
is.
more of a
It's
relaxed
like a
vibe,
real
for sure.
conversation, yeah. So it does feel different
I
when we're
get
doing it
that.
on radio. But it's enjoyable. What do you prefer more? Radio
Oh my
or
god.
podcasting?
Do you know what? I don't think I can really pick a fave
Yeah.
because I love them for different reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the radio show because obviously it's me being able to just vibe out with the tunes that I enjoy,
That's us.
sexy R&B,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and to entertain the audience in that way. And obviously with the new element of having guest artists coming through, it's really, really dope because then it's just like I get to actually interact with some of the artists that I listen to.
Okay.
And not even just that as well with the up and coming artists is to obviously give them a platform as well. So I just feel like I'm helping out, you know.
I like that.
But you know, with the podcasting, it's where I started. It's my first love in a sense of entertainment. And with that, I get to meet new people all the time and chat about stuff. So
So who is Nads beyond the presenter, the radio presenter, the big personality? Who are you behind it all?
behind it all, oh my god, behind it all, I am a hardworking mother. I'm a caring person. I am resilient, persistent, and genuinely behind it all is the author. That's who I am behind it
I like
all.
that.
Yeah.
I like that.
What star sign are you?
Gemini.
Oh my
Okay, so your
God.
birthday
Sister's
soon.
a Gemini.
Is
My
20th
daughter's
of
a
June.
Gemini.
Is it? What date
What
is she?
date? She's the 20th
Of what?
June.
Oh my god.
The same day.
Where have you been? Girl, yes, literally the same day.
Hilarious.
So I guess you know how that goes. from a different side.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She was meant to
Gemini's-
be a Cancer. She was
Was
due on the 11th of July.
Oh,
Missed it,
three
big
weeks.
boy.
really early.
Yeah.
She came
Oh
3 weeks early,
wow.
yeah.
Oh, dope. Yeah, Gemini. What about you, ladies? What you?
Saggy.
Sagittarius. Big up the
I'm on the
Sagittarius.
cusp of Cancer and Leo.
Oh, are ya?
Mm.
Dope. Yeah, man, big up the star signs.
yes.
But Gemini's, of course, yeah. So I've got a birthday event coming up as well, but I know one of you is going to be away because I spoke to Tans.
Yeah.
And she said one of you is away and the other one you might try.
Might try.
Might try,
No,
yeah.
it's not even that, you know.
Or
I'm not
something
even
like that.
away. I was
The daughter's
it was my
birthday?
dad's-
Oh, it's silly me, it's the
birthday.
I'd already planned.
Oh, sorry.
Like, because she wants a slumber party.
Yeah, oh, dope.
On that weekend.
Yeah, oh, come on,
like,
mummy mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. Oh, no worries, Bubby. We'll
How
have
many
more time.
babies have you got?
I've got 3 children.
Okay.
Yeah, eldest is 18. She's turned 18 on 15th of June, actually. We're 5 days apart.
God,
lovely.
I've heard
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That Gemini
Gemini-
uses
My
split
eldest just turned
personality.
18 in March.
She just turned 18.
My son, my eldest.
Oh,
he
your
just
eldest
turned
son?
18 in March. Yeah.
Wow, it's different having a teenager, isn't it?
You telling
Well,
me?
different. And then
Yeah.
my youngest is a boy and he's 8. So,
Lovely.
Oh, it's like
busy
our
household.
kids, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Our youngest
Yeah.
is 9 and 8. Yeah.
yeah. But
They're
it's
cute.
nice because they can kind of, they're getting into that stage of wanting to be more independent.
Oh my God, yes.
He's like, Mummy, I know how to, his sisters taught him how to make noodles the other day.
Oh my
So when I came in, I was like,
skill, isn't it?
At that age, yeah.
At that age, it's a lot. You know, he makes we'll do making eggs together and things like
Yeah.
that, jamming or baking. But obviously for him, he was really proud. I know how to make noodles now, Mum. You don't have to do it. I was like, okay, we'll see. But yeah.
Bun out my pan.
Yeah, I'll just let him break the noodles in there. He can
Oh
chop up the
my
veg
gosh.
because we always spice it up. I don't make noodles plain. Do you know what I mean?
You're not meant to make noodles.
Yeah,
plain.
you're not.
Oh, no, who does that out there?
Girl, we're in England. There's a lot of people that do it like that.
They use that seasoning when you get rid of noodles,
Literally
right?
just
You
a
do know
little
you're meant to add to that. Yeah, I do know that, right?
I'll make it to a broth.
Like, people always add some little sauce on
I
top.
can't
or
have even
something.
had no hot pepper sauce, you know. It has to come.
Do you know what freaks me out the most when I see all these TikToks or the shorts, YouTube shorts, and they will put cheese and egg at the end, and I'm like, egg. I can understand the egg part because I'm African. We eat egg with quite a lot of things,
Yeah.
right?
I don't get that, you know. I see them toss the egg on the top of a meal or something like that. As a Jamaican, we're like,
with the noodles, bro. I'm like, and it being all the way raw in the middle. I'm like, yeah, that but then the cheese. Then they put the cheese on top. I'm like, cheese and noodles and spice and the flavors.
cheese is not meant to go on
What's going on?
noodles, no.
Baby, chill out with the dairy because we know that's not even good for our system.
No,
anyway.
no,
It's not good
this
for
is
us.
it. This is. You said you're author.
Yeah, I am. It's coming up to. It's been 3 years. Coming up to 4. I don't know. Sometime January, it'll be 4 years. So
Brilliant.
my first book, and it's been a journey. It really
What's that
has.
called? And can you let everyone know where to find it?
Yeah,
I
so
love reading.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's a children's book. So
Yeah.
it's not an adult's book,
Excellent.
but it's called Martha Panther and Carlos Chameleon: The Hamster Overload. It's available on Amazon UK, Amazon USA.
Nice.
It's also available on my website, Martha Panther's World. All the details will be on my author's page, but it's also on my Glamnad. So
that's
Martha Panther's World. Just check it out, guys.
yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
That's
cop,
nice,
cop,
I like
cop a
that.
couple of copies of that actually.
I'd appreciate that. Please leave a review if you can as well.
Will do.
The
And
reviews
you know
go a
what?
long
I'm the
way.
review person. I love
Yeah,
Queen
do
of
ya?
reviews.
All right. Well, I look forward to reading your review.
What made you write a kid's book over an adult?
Well, long story short, it was literally just I was doing a bedtime story for my kids. The electric had gone out, was going through tough times. And I was just making up a story for them off the top of my head, and they wanted to know because they'd always asked me about my journey in foster care.
Yeah.
And I was trying to find a way to kind of have those conversations with them,
Yeah.
and it never really we never quite got there. So it wasn't until I was making up the story, and I thought I'll make that character a child in care.
Yeah.
And it kind of led from there. I went to bed that night and I was like, why not just make it into a book?
Yeah.
So I sat down with Aaliyah, my 12-year-old, the next day, and I was like, oh, what do you think we should do with the characters? And so we kind of mapped out what let's just say that the contents of the story with her.
Yeah.
Then I got my eldest, Renee, to sketch the pictures so I can give to the illustrator. And then once I got online and found a company, Devillia Illustration Company, it kind of just went from there. Yeah.
That's amazing. Well done.
Kudos to you, because that's not easy.
Personal achievement there.
It's nice. And it's
Lovely. And it's good that you've involved your children as well, and they've been a big part
In the
of that.
process.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah, they had to be. I think ultimately, you know, if my audience is children,
Yeah.
then my children got to
Of
be
course.
entertained
Yeah,
by it as well,
exactly.
right? And then so I
Yeah.
kind of went off of that. So, but then also, yeah, the other side of it is to leave them that legacy and for them.
This is it.
Exactly.
Yeah, for
This
them
is
to
it.
know that they played a hand in it is really important because I always want them to feel like whatever they put their mind to in life, they can achieve. Like, you know, I have this thing where in my household, we're not allowed to say I can't. You know, of course, you're going to struggle with things in life. You can say I'm finding it difficult. I need help.
Yeah.
You know, I don't understand this, but don't ever say I can't because that is like you're already stopping
You're
yourself
admitting
mentally.
defeat, aren't you?
Yeah.
Already.
You already put it out there.
Yeah.
And that's not going to work, but
That part.
that is a
part.
good thing. It's a nice thing for the kids.
Yeah, thank you. And
That's
then
from home.
yeah, for
I can't wait to
sure.
read it.
Yeah, please do. Please do. It's the first part of a 5-part
I was
series.
going to say,
Yeah, it is. And I think more than anything that's really slowing me down is just the financing, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but that's what slows everybody down with things, isn't it?
If we had all the money, we'd all be doing everything we want to do in
Exactly.
lif,
And that
isn't
would be a
it?
problem
Yeah.
to this government.
A
Wouldn't
good
it?
problem to have.
Yeah, you wouldn't like that.
Give me, give me some rich people problems, yeah. So for real, and I think as well with the book, it holds a deeper meaning for myself and my family because at the time when I decided to become an orphan, my mum passed away, and I never got to know my mum. So she grew up in I was born in Ivory Coast, which is in Africa for those who don't know, Cote d'Ivoire. And I moved here when I was about 5, 6, something like that. And she stayed there with my younger brother. So I never got to meet her. And during that time when I was, you know, like I was figuring out what do I want to do with my life. I think it was like 25. I was 25. And so what do I want to do with my life? I was at uni, you know, doing media and communications. But I was like, this ain't where I'm going to head in. Like, what should I do? And so it just so happened at that time, everything was happening. She passed away. And then I suppose depression hit, real life hit.
Yeah.
I found out I was pregnant with my son as well, literally within that month. So it was all crazy.
God.
And
all at once. And
yeah. And then so I just was like, I need an outlet. I need to find a way. Like, how do I express all of these emotions when I don't have family around me like that? You know, my children's dad, his family were supportive with the children, but I'm not their child. So I'm not, you know, so things that I'm going through, I can't necessarily go to them. And so I found gardening was like, I thank God every day that I found gardening as a source of therapy for myself. Yeah, 100%. It allowed me to focus my energy into the soil and like let everything out. So there'll be times where I'm like literally I'll go to the allotment in the evenings. I don't have a garden, so I rent out an allotment space. And I'd go there in the evenings or in the daytime, weekend, whenever I have time, and I'll just be like planting. But as I'm planting or de-weeding or whatever I'm doing, my mind just wanders and you think, and then you kind of allow a thought to come in, you allow it to go. I don't try to hold on to a thought, and that's what I actually learned in therapy, going through real therapy, counselling. Not to fixate on one thought and allow that to bring you down. So I let a thought come in, okay, I process it, I let it go. And as I'm letting it go and I'm gardening, it's like I find myself in tears sometimes. I just get emotional. I'll be there planting and I'm just crying and I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm outside.
That's your release, isn't
Let
it?
it out.
Yeah. That's nice.
So that was dope. And I think that intertwines also with Martha Panther's World, because one of the books, all right, teaser, one of the books is about their gardening and what happens on that journey with their little garden, which is really, really fun actually. And so with that, I just kind of incorporated that, because what I would love to do with Martha Panther's World is eventually create a children's project where young people can come and learn how to grow fruit and vegetables. You know, first of all, it's a lifelong skill that you can have, and it's self gratifying in a sense of, you know, it's an achievement when you finally do reap your rewards of sowing some fruit or veg. And then the other side of it is the therapeutic side of it that I'd love to work alongside children. So I am a mentor.
Projects like that out there that do well. I know that some kids that I work with have been part of a project like that, not too far from where I work, and it does help. Because, like you said,
it's one of the most obvious, is it?
No, it isn't. It isn't. But it's teaching them skills as well as giving them, like you said, that therapy and that outlet and what have you. So I've seen that firsthand work. So I know that when you put that into place, it's going to do well.
I'm excited for it. Yeah, I'm excited for it. But like everything in life, it is a journey. So along this journey of podcasting, that's actually what got me into podcasting. Because at first it's like, okay, I'm an author now. Okay, well done, pat on the back. But now it's like, okay, who are you gonna sell it to? So people don't know you, Nat. How are they gonna want? Why are they gonna want to buy your book? Yeah, it's like colourful and stuff and whatever's. But so I thought, I've got to get myself out there. And then it was actually I went to a book read at the first studio where I used to record at. FK Studios, to shout out to themselves. I went there and done a book read for his children's YouTube channel. After that, we was kind of chopping it up. He was like, what would you like to do? I'm like, well, I've got this podcast in mind, because I was actually originally starting a podcast at home with my younger sister and my cousin. We were just like, it was on them home kind of like proper like, girls, budget, innit? It was budget, but it was fun. Like the three of us, we love chatting and whatever. So unfortunately, my cousin, my best friend, passed away. So rest in peace, cuz. He passed away during COVID times, and so. Yeah, I guess that obviously that just didn't go through in that way. So I was like, you know what, I want to carry it on. Like, I know he'd want that. He'd be happy to see that happen. So when I told the owner of the studio at the time, and he was like, what do you need? I said, I need a co-host. He was like, all right, well, I'll find you a co-host. You can film here. And I thought, you know what, it just made sense to put myself out there, because I want people to get to know the person they're behind the brand. And then also, like I said, it gives me that platform and the audience for me to release the books too. Once they start rolling out,
This is it.
then it's on, it's got its own standing and own audience, shall I say. So I mean, look, what I'm doing right now with Just Cool Radio, my radio show, the owner also has a children's project himself. It's called Eyes of Many, and I'm now one of the new directors on there as well. So what I'm able to do along this journey is to learn the skills and pick up the skills of actually having learning the paperwork and the business side of having a project. And because there's so much, it's so much paperwork, girl. There's so much that goes into it, right? So and
you're used to funding, isn't it? So it is a lot.
Learning even how to fill out them funding forms, because when I tell you the detail, it's really not easy. So when people are like, I'm going to start a project, and then you have to go online and see all of these, I mean, it's like 30-40 pages worth of things you've got to fill out in detail, like, so I'm learning all of this on my journey. So I know that once I finally do get in a position where I can start my own project, it's going to be amazing. But being on Eyes of Many project, we just had our first fundraising. I wouldn't say fundraising, sorry, fun family day. We had a family day, and that was lit. We combined the radio side of it. We're having the live DJs, performances. We had food. We had vendors. We was doing dodgeball, basketball, everything. It was so dope. So dope to see the community come together.
This is it.
That's
what we need more of. We were speaking about it earlier. There's just not enough togetherness in the community, and it's things like that does bring you together. Because you don't even know who you're living amongst half the time.
That's it.
Because we don't have these things. I know when we were younger, we'd have loads of fates. Stuff like that. People would just interact more, and we've just become so separated, especially since COVID.
It's sad to see. It's sad to see, and then it's like I remember when I was younger, and it's like going to youth projects and like just having those activities to do, like abseiling, like we used to go and do rock climbing. We used to do so much stuff, and go away on retreats and things like that. And maybe because I'm not a child, I don't really see it. I don't see it, and I think
it's not
to be fair, it's not really there because the funding was cut. The funding was cut. Loads of funding for the important things are cut, and I just find it absolutely ridiculous why we have, hats off to people that can go out and play football and doctors do amazing jobs, but you get a footballer that's earning crazy amount of money a month.
It's not feasible for all these kids.
You get a banker that's earning how many on bonuses, but yet you have children actually just with nothing to do with their time, and then you want to complain about the rate of crime.
Exactly.
Well,
got
make
to
it make
provide
sense.
Spaces
make it
and
make
the
sense.
Opportunities for them to,
and
be creative as well.
Not even able to pay all these youth people that want to come in and work for them because they can't give them a full-time wage.
And everybody can afford to give up their time and be volunteers either. Because in this cost of living and everything,
it doesn't make sense.
Who's got that kind of time to give up for free?
It's true, darling. Like I do volunteer. I mentor. I volunteer as a mentor under Bromley mentoring initiative. But even with that, I've had to take a break from it for a few months, just because my own children, because my own life and everything
this is it.
happening.
Yep.
However, you know, like I said, at the end of the day, if it was a paid job, perhaps I
You
wouldn't
would put
mind
a little bit more.
in a
Yeah.
sense, because, you know, I do work. I work in a nursery. So it's kind of like, if I could give up doing the nursery and be paid as a mentor, great, I would do that.
Yeah.
But I do thoroughly enjoy the volunteering side of it as well, because it's nice for them when they know that you're not getting paid for it. They do feel a little bit more at ease. They're like, oh, she actually
Really?
wants to be here.
Yes.
Their
That's
reaction
true.
is a little bit different when they know that.
true.
Yeah, so yeah.
We need more of it, don't we? We really do.
Yeah, and we have a lot. There's so many people in the community that are trying to do things. There's so many of us, but then, like I said, the money plays a part of it. The politics plays a part of it.
Yeah,
you know,
for
all
real.
of this stuff, and yeah, there's so many amazing people. There really is. There really is. Yeah.
Well, that leads us on to what we were just saying about the cost of living.
Cost of living, yeah, that's what we
Depressing
wanted to
cost of
chat
living.
about with you today.
Just because we feel like it's having an adverse effect differently. Like we're 80s babies.
Go are ya?
Yeah, we've grown up through the whole little times there, and I feel like we've transitioned through different stages of life, and we've seen, you know, from the phone where you've got the ringer, and not being able to contact your friends, to now having, you know, your Instagram page, and
everything is accessible.
it's just everything's at your fingertips. I mean, we've been through the times where you never had that.
Never had that.
Yeah,
True,
yeah.
true.
So we've evolved into here.
Yeah.
And knowing that back in the day, you could have paid this, and this for this, or you could have done this, or you could have accessed things differently. Being here now and just knowing that every move you make, like
you're being watched.
you're being watched.
You're being watched. You're having to pay triple for. It's
And you
a
just
job.
you can't really like positively look at things and say, actually, I see a future in this country
Because
anymore.
where is it going? Where is it going to lead to? If we can talk about 30 years ago, or 40, you know,
It's just not the feeling of freedom anymore.
no.
100%. It's like we've built ourselves a prison, haven't we? We've built ourselves a financial prison.
Yep.
Yeah.
But then also there's the rat race of, if you're not in the race, then you're not, you know, you're not doing anything, or you're not contributing to the community or whatever. I find it interesting how, we've gone through these phases like COVID and things like that, which really did highlight the lack of support people have with mental health.
Oh, yeah.
And how much the finances, you know, your financial stability really does have an effect on your mental health as well. And it's not taken seriously enough. It's just kind of looked at, oh, okay, well, that person's depressed. Okay, well, you know, what is it like that? What is it that's depressing them? But sometimes it can literally just come down to them having so many bills to pay. And not having enough
the
income
stress of
coming
day-to-day
in.
life,
And it's the stress of it. And I honestly got to myself to a point where I realized that there's always going to be bills. There's always going to be debt. This system is built off of that. This the British Empire is built off of that. From when they had to abolish slavery and they weren't getting free labour, they had to make debt a thing. And so once you kind of understand that aspect and think, well, I'm not going to allow it to control me. I'm no longer going to allow the system. You're going to get your money. You're just not going to get it in your time. You're going to get it when I can give it. And that's the position where I've put myself now. It's not for everybody. I'm not saying that it's the way to deal with it. I'm not. I pay what I can, but I'm not leaving myself at a point where I've got to think about how am I going to do the electric and gas? How am I going to do food shopping? How am I going to run my car?
You shouldn't have to be put under that
when
kind of
not
pressure.
when you're actually out there and you're working. You're out here, you're working.
Exactly.
So for you to not be able to give yourself the fundamental things, it's like, I'm not going to do that.
No.
And I had the same conversation with my friend, and he said the exact same thing that you said. I'll pay them when I'm ready to. I'm not going to be forced and be told and be kind of like almost bullied into doing it because you said that date you want it. I'll give you on this date when I got it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that's the realism.
That's the
of it all.
reality.
It really is. And I think it's just making it so difficult at the moment for people. Like, you can see that you're strong within yourself. Your strength is enabling you to now see the wood from the trees and actually give yourself some structure in how you're going to go about it. So many people that haven't got that.
That don't do it. It's true.
It's true.
And that's what's crazy out there, and it's really hard. So when us talking about it, I'm not saying it's going to reach out to the world, but for the little two people out there, you know, as working class people, women, mothers, right? Even we can sit here and say, yeah, you've just got to work on your own time, like with everything else.
It's taken a long time. I know for me, it's definitely taken ages to have that kind of mindset.
Yeah,
I used to be scared all the time. Oh my
Same.
God, what did
Anxiety.
and you'll start shitting yourself,
babes.
No, listen, you know what?
And it's ruined your whole day.
I used to let it ruin my day. That's what I'm saying.
same.
It takes so long to come out of that mindset.
Yeah, no,
it's
for
like I'll do
sure.
it when I can.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah.
I'll revisit it later.
That's it. No, it's funny. Yeah, it's true. Like, honestly, and what I used to do before, because I knew it would ruin my day, I just wouldn't open the paperwork. So by the end of the week, I'm left with this pile. I'm like, oh, I've got to go through it.
I went through a phase like that. And I used to just leave my letters until a Saturday morning. This is back in the day. I
You press yourself for one day a week rather than 7.
and then just do all the old letter opening on a Saturday morning. I remember because I remember thinking to myself, I don't want to open a letter and then go to work. And I'm just there thinking about what letter I've just
you do that,
opened.
you know, because if somebody calls you in the evening, oh, you had a good day. No, my day was bad. And you go back to what happened.
Where it started.
Open that damn letter.
And that's why I used to leave it all week and never used to open nothing unless it was something that I
Really, like you knew you needed. Yeah.
needed.
Yeah, for
I'd just
sure.
leave it. I went through that went on for a while. To be fair,
Yeah, these
thinking about
well,
it.
this is it. And we're, as adults, we can be transparent about that, right?
Yeah.
But I think obviously, like, I think you go through stages in life where it's like, oh, I don't want people to know I'm financially struggling, or I don't want to.
There was a time when people were like that.
No one spoke about
Nobody
it. Everyone's like very
these days now, aren't
but then you also have to look and think, especially being in the entertainment industry, it's like you meet a lot of people and you hear along the way as well, just with like big artists and that you'll think, oh, they must have nothing, money everywhere. And then you find out they're behind a mortgage,
taxes,
debt this, debt that, they've got to pay this person to pay that person, and then they're living a life where on the outside it's not what is really happening at home, right?
Basically.
So also what plays into this part of us being in this financial prison that we've created for ourselves is also social media and unfortunately people that don't have a high self-esteem judging themselves and putting themselves on the same level of people that they see on social media.
Oh yeah.
We have to look at social media as a tool for people to just show a snapshot, a representation of their day, their week, their month, their artistry, whatever they're doing. It's not their real life, people. But unfortunately, and I won't even say unfortunate, there are going to be young kids because kids are
they're
impressionable. They're impressionable, and we know this, and this is why the media makes so much money off of it.
Yeah, it's true.
They're very impressionable, but it's unfortunate that, you know, where the finances, where we are going through a crisis, that it's like, well, people, we have to be okay with seeing that on social media. Yeah, we have to be okay with it. Don't shame people that are showing you, you know what, boy, this week's gonna be tight. This month was crazy.
I mean, even being in this level, like we're out here, we're doing our thing. So we do a bit of podcasting and radio presenting.
Yes.
But don't you find that when people talk to you, they'll be like, "You're always outside. You're all right. That man, she must be peed up, man. You know, he's got this going on, and that going on. She must have a team." Like, we get that all the time.
Isn't that interesting?
That's not what it is.
Budgeting, guys.
Exactly.
And you look at it, they're just seeing what you put on. And it really clearly makes you feel, you really actually think that that's all there is to it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get up and take a shit. I get up and I eat. I get up and do a bathe. You sit there and cry over the bills. Like,
There are some
people
people
just take that
that
moment.
do that. Just jump to conclusions just from what they see on face value on social media. It's like, no, you can't do that. You can't judge.
You can't because then you put way more pressure on yourself than you need to. And at the end of the day, we're all individual. We all have our purposes and our reasonings for being in whatever field we decide to be in. And I think also with the podcasting and like even with radio presenting, I think it's like, people see the image and like you said, and they might judge it off of that and think, oh no, you're outside, you're this, like you said. And I find it interesting when people do say that, but it's like, I won't be outside unless I need to be outside. So can we make that make sense first? Can we just
we say we don't go out unless we're told
like that.
we go somewhere or we're doing something or we're being paid or
and then what we do as well, because of what we do, networking is a big part of it.
It is.
So we do have to be outside to an extent, but we're not outside the way you guys be outside.
Like, when we're out, we're trying to make connections so that we can formulate like new guests and that kind of thing.
Partying till 6 a.m.
When I see them popping bottles and pouring the bottles over themselves, I'm like, bro, I beg, let's not do that. That's a wastage. Because you might as well put it in my
bit of anxiety. I'm not gonna lie.
Whoa. You're pouring it all over your good clothes that you just went and bought, and then you come flashing
the hair for me.
You could have put that in my cup. We could have just drank that. Like, I don't understand what we're doing.
You know what I always think? I hope you've got a change of clothes because how are you getting home?
But this is how you're thinking though.
And you're going to smell like alcohol.
It's terrible.
I don't even like it when someone brush past me and I get a little bit of alcohol in my
Oh
arm.
my God, babe.
Stop making me laugh.
I don't get that. Why are you gonna? And you're gonna be sticky after and all.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
why
yeah.
would you want to go the rest of your night sweaty, sticky, and you've got no
Stinky.
change of
Because
clothes?
you got that social media
Oh.
snapshot. That's why.
It's not worth it.
Priorities. It's definitely not worth it. But yeah, like I said, people kind of jump to that conclusion. But like I said, it's really just about budgeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I know that I've got X amount of shows to do that month, then I'm gonna make sure I at least get my nails done twice. And then
Yeah.
what's the budget for that? Put that aside.
Yeah.
Okay, my hair, I do my hair myself. I don't go hairdressers, so that cuts a huge part of my my thing out. Anyway, I just make sure I got a couple ponytails or a couple clips ready, and and I fling it in when I need to. And we keep it moving. And so it's just about understanding that. But obviously at the same time, it's like being a brand. Yeah, the image does play a big part of it.
Oh, yeah.
And that's okay. But I'm not about to put the brand before my own personal life. If I know that, okay, I've got this bill I've got to pay and it has to get done this month, okay, then I can't get my nails done twice. You're finna have to wait and hang on to the last strand of nail.
Yeah.
It is what it is. And
Yeah,
that,
trust
I
me.
mean, I've had to sometimes go and I've got one nail missing, it freaking
Yeah,
broke.
you do.
And then that just shows how human we are. Well, like, it's actually okay. Look, I won't jump on the gram first thing in the morning when I've just woken up, but I'm gonna fix up myself a little piece. But I'm not always gonna be perfect.
No, this is true. But I feel like people are used to seeing the perfectionist side, and when people aren't being perfect, I feel like they just get jumped on so quick. It's like,
It's such a
why
shame.
did you put that up there?
Hold
We
on,
didn't
we're
need to see
human.
that.
We're
Yeah.
human, though. You know, you should be able to put yourself up in both lights.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
first thing in the morning, you should be able to do a video if you want to.
If you want to.
If you want to, you should be
Go
able to,
for it.
whether you're a popular personality or not.
Yeah,
True.
You should be able
Yes,
to, innit?
I think as females, I think we.
Put more on
Yeah,
ourselves,
we
don't
do. We do.
Because I know
we do.
that when
I know
we-
you see many men get up and they're like, "Yeah, I didn't even brush my teeth yet," and I'm telling you that
Honey,
today,
when
the
you-
positive thought, and I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, it is."
Have you even brushed your teeth yet, mate? You're telling me positive thoughts. Fucking, excuse me.
As a woman,
Bloody
you
hell.
can't tell we ain't done
Yeah.
that. You know, you couldn't do something with your head.
I'm not gonna lie, like I don't. It's not about a judging thing, but I don't like to see. Sort out yourself first, mate. Then get on there, whatever. Even if you're coming on, you're doing a get ready with me. Fine, I get it. Do you know what I mean?
that's different.
That
That's
is different. But don't be coming in like it looks like I can smell your breath through the thing, through the
innit?
screen. Like, what are you
Innit?
doing? Like,
Because we wouldn't necessarily go on with like morning breath and a bunny. Do you get what I mean?
no.
I see
And
it,
then you
though.
see the little rugrats. You see
I've
it,
seen
and then you
it.
got a little rugrats running around asking for food. Like, what are we doing? Like,
It's that important to get a video. Come on now. The algorithm's could have waited for that.
Innit?
the algorithm needs to see your pitney crying. No, baby. No, I didn't ask for that.
It's crazy. But, like, going back to the cost of living, though, has
Yes.
it really changed your way of like going out and shopping and how you feed the family and
What
stuff?
are your strategies? Share some strategies with us because we're all mothers.
Yeah, I think more so is like I'm not scared to ask for help if I need help.
I love that. I love that.
I'm not afraid, and my unit, you know, my little community that I have around me to
Yeah.
help support me, they know this. If Nads needs help, she's finna ask for it. Like I'm not,
good.
you know, but I'm not one of them people that will be like, it's not a crutch to lean on all the time. It's if I really need it, oh, do you know what, babes, please spot me, and then we'll figure it out. But what if anything with the cost of living, it's just more just shopping smartly as far as food shopping. Like I have maybe the two main shops, Aldi, Lidl's, mate. Yeah. Between the two of them, and you know, the odd cheeky Tesco's now and again, and then it's just shopping smart.
Yeah.
I don't have to go and get name brand things. Like even with my clothing and what I wear, PLT, Boohoo. Do you know what I mean? And then mix it up. If I can get us an expensive bag, I'll get an expensive bag. But at the end of the day, I'm not. It's not about trying to live up to other people's expectations. You don't cook my food,
Thank
yeah,
you.
and you don't
The
clothe my
bills are
children.
not coming in only one name. They're going to come in your
Right,
name.
that
They're
part,
not. They're not
that
coming
part.
in that person's name. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
You've got to deal with that.
That part. So it's just being more smart with it. And then instead of being like, oh, okay, well, all right, if I've got 3 bookings in a month, I'm going to buy 1 pair of new shoes and I'll buy 2 outfits and I'll alternate and I'll switch out. One of the shows I've got to wear something that I've worn before.
Yeah,
It's about being resourceful in that way and just kind of switching it up. I think sometimes it can make you feel guilty from when you do make a certain purchase. You think, should I have done that? Because but if you don't do that,
Yeah.
you would have spent the money anyway.
Anyway,
on
yeah.
some extra chicken
Yeah.
and chips and this and that. Do you know what I mean?
It's
But
something,
our mindset
yeah.
sometimes tells us, no,
Big
you shouldn't
shiny.
do that. You shouldn't do it. Just let
Yeah.
it go.
Yeah.
Get it next time. You give yourself so many excuses.
Yeah, you do.
What? At
Walk
the
out
end,
the shop feeling a bit naughty.
yeah, a bit naughty for a hot second, but also it's like money comes and goes.
It does.
Yeah.
But you know, I feel like when I watch a lot of like these clips of like millionaires talking about how they made their fortune and things like that, they obviously understand to make money you have to spend money.
Yeah.
Obviously, you have to be smart with where you're spending the money, right?
course.
But they also understand if you sit on money, we're not in a space. This ain't back in the day where you sit on money and then it's gonna multiply 3,000 times more. Like
it's not.
we're not in them times. So sitting on money isn't necessarily the best thing. Invest it, put it into something.
Exactly.
You're not going to see it straight away. You know, when I invested £3,000 into my children's book, I didn't initially think I was even going to get a profit back. That wasn't the intention at the time. It was just about creating this legacy for my kids and having something, right?
Yeah.
But I knew that I was an investment into the future.
Yeah, of course.
You know, so if any of my children now want to become authors, I can help and support them through that journey. Okay, well, then there's the other side of the author, the children's book aspect of it is the merchandise. So I know there's another lane and avenue I can try and create revenue, right? So it's just about where do you place that money in your life so that you can now look and think in 10 years from now, can I reap something from that? So it's not always thinking about in the moment.
Now. Yeah.
Have a plan, but know that that plan's not always going to go straight forward neither. So yeah, like genuinely when it comes to my finances, I don't always have it perfect. I'm like, I can't. I just
what is
don't.
perfect though? This is the thing. There is no such thing really.
Yeah.
Because things change all the time, this economy and everything. So you've just got to be ready. You've just got to be ready and just be as careful as you can, I suppose.
100%. Yeah, be careful. But I think it's more apparent now, the bridge and the gap between the rich and the poor.
Definitely.
And for me, I kind of sit back and think, how can you, like, I just make it make sense to me. I just don't understand it. But what it then comes down to is the fact that rich people need poor people.
Yeah, they do. They need us to do.
They need poor people to be poor.
People movements that allows them to be rich, but
because then they can pay the minimum wage.
Yep.
Then they can, you know, at the end of the day, they have someone else to be like, well, you can do those jobs or whatever. Do you know what I mean? And then it's not even just that as well, just the way the system's set up. It needs to have people to want to go to a bank and say, I need to borrow this money.
Yeah.
Oh, I need this. And then they can add their interest on top and whatever. You know, they can tax the poor more than they're taxing the rich to make it make sense. So, you know, I think what I would advise people is to really do their research and become more savvy in understanding economics, understanding financial brackets, understanding the way the money system really operates, and not allow that to discourage them from being financially free themselves at one stage in life, but just research it, understand it first of all. Because if you don't understand it, you're always going to feel like you're getting the short end of the stick.
That's true.
Which as working class people, we do anyway.
Yeah.
You know, we do get that. But at the end of the day, it's like, I'm a strong believer in good always outweighs bad. In the end.
Yeah.
In the end.
It's hard to
it might be the turtles race.
But yeah, no, I know.
We might be chugging along a little bit slower, but in the end, when you get there, the reward will be so much more sweeter. Don't even worry yourself.
True.
I think
It's
so.
true.
I believe that.
It's true. I think that's some really good advice, because I think what's the issue with people nowadays is feel like they don't have to be financially savvy. I think they can just trot along like how it's been so far, but we have done a 360 in the way things move, and you do need to really kind of like research into stuff before you actually thinking, well, I can't do this, or I'm never going to be this, or I'm just going to sit here and sit on the money. A lot of people sit on money because they think that old school way, and they think that's just cool. Yeah, put it under the bed. Yeah, you put it under the bed.
It doesn't make any sense really.
Yeah.
Like the older generation as well, sometimes they didn't have the knowledge, did they? Not the same knowledge that I'd say we
do now. Yeah, for sure.
No. So, like you said, that's what they used to do. Sit on it, put it under the bed, keep it in a safe space. You know, but no, we have to invest.
They had a different way of life, though.
Yeah,
they
they
were
did,
able
they
to
did.
still set us up as you know, the next generation to put us in some financially good places, but I don't think we're going to be able to do
No, we
the
can't.
same unless we do undertake some of these things.
Yeah, we have
That's the problem. It's what can we give our children and legacy.
sorry, darling. And we have to be willing to take that risk on ourselves because it is a
That's it.
risk.
It is a risk. It really is, because you don't know,
It
like you
is.
said earlier, you don't know how long it's going to take before that comes back.
Yeah. And we're in different times now as far as how money itself is really handled or let's just look at the process of the pound. The pound is just always carried a weight, right? The pound itself, the European pound, is always carried a certain weight. But if you really deep it, it's like the wars and the things that we're getting involved in. Our money ain't holding that weight no more. It's not, because even if we look at the Iraq war and things like that, Gaddafi, before they decided to execute him, he was looking to do the currency as gold. He didn't want to deal with the British pound anymore. Yeah, and scrap away the US dollars and all of that. And he wanted to deal with gold. And the weight of gold and things like that. And if you do that, who are the countries that are going to benefit the most? The ones that have the resource, which are Africa. Africa, Asia, all those kind of bits there, Middle East.
Not going to allow that.
Right, and they didn't. Obviously, why we ended up where we're at. And they want to call it a conspiracy, but baby, all the paperwork is there to back it up. Everything's there. They were in bed with man. Everything was cool. Everything was fine until we turned around and said, well, I want to do gold, mate. I want to trade in gold. Then it's like, oh, hold on now. You can't go to tea parties in the White House no more. You got to go. we can't have that, you know. But even with that, I think, like, look, if he unfortunately, he wasn't able to put it through, but someone else will. Good will always prevail. And now if you look at Ghana now, Ghana are now separating themselves and they want to trade with a different currency. They want to have their own. Africa is coming back. And once Africa unites and becomes a conglomerate. Yeah, why can't I say it? I really want to say it. But you know what I mean, guys, right? Don't click that part. When they become the powerhouse, and financially that they're supposed to be, because we have so much resources in Africa, and that's it, that, you know, then we're winning, then the poor will have a better standing. But for now, obviously these Western countries need Africa to be where it is. They need to try and keep us down there. They want to, I mean, they're bloody cheeky about their loaning the jewels back and all that to what country was it?
You took it.
I can't remember.
You want to loan it back.
You want to loan it back. Absolute cheek, you know. And it just comes with that is that hierarchy, that is that Marxist behaviour, like, you know, in that elitist behaviour. Get out of it. You're no better than any other human being in the world. We are all the same. We all bleed, we all hurt, we all cry, and we all laugh. Get a grip. Do you know what I mean? But, you know,
easier said than done, because the mindset's there, isn't it? And it's hard to change the mindset, and that's what's killing us right now. But I feel like us as a community coming together and just, because we're just too, in this country, we just don't fight for nothing anymore. I think we felt defeated a little bit. We don't come together, everything goes by, and we're paying extra for this, we're doing that, and we're just like, it's fine. I'll just make do. We find a wraparound, we do it a new way, and it's just not the one.
Are you guys from Birmingham?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, I don't know what it's like in Birmingham, but I feel like the attitude in London, what it's always been in England, is kind of like, it's all hush hush. It's like we'll know that the Black Lives Matter's coming up, March is coming up or something, but you won't find people talking about it on the train.
Really?
You won't find certain, like you'll find the pockets of people that you know are having those kind of conversations, but we have this culture of everything's hush hush. It's like racism exists, but you don't really. We're gonna pretend it doesn't, but we know that we're getting stared at. We know the energy's a bit orcs, a bit weird, but we're gonna act like it doesn't exist. And I think that's how England kind of deals with a lot of things until shit hits the fan. And then it's like, oh, why have we got people talking about, you know, free Palestine, like you didn't know. Like you didn't know.
This is it. And we do that a lot. We brush things under the rug and we think it's going to pass by, but we've let it pass by and it's got worse, and this is where we are now,
because it benefits the elites.
At what point are we actually going to start standing up? Because if we did stand up from time ago, we wouldn't be going through
it's true.
This
You're right.
Everything we're doing, we're just allowing for the government to just keep taking a next step
walking all over
us. And for the few that do try, it's just never enough.
Yeah, because you know what it ends up, it's like what ends up happening is that we're not really fighting the real people. We end up fighting amongst ourselves.
We do.
Like we'll be fighting against we'll be fighting against ourselves and small companies. Like we might be like, oh, there's too many takeaway shops, or there's too many Indian corner shops or whatever. Do you know what I mean? And then it's like we'll be complaining about that, but really the people that we really need to be kind of fighting or sitting down and trying to find a solution with are the higher up.
Yeah.
You know, the ones that own I don't know, Selfridges or, you know, those kind of brands, the ones that are actually here making so much money off of the consumers. That why are we worrying about Patel around the corner when we need to be worrying about Hillary Banks or something? Oh no, that's a random name. It's not a real name. But you know, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It kind of gets like that. So once we figure out that, we need people in place, in power, that are for us. Basically. You know, because we just had voting week, didn't we? We just had voting, and a lot of people that I spoke to, like, oh, I ain't gonna vote. It doesn't even matter. Our vote doesn't count.
It's already been written.
Which is true. There is a part of it which is true. But at the same time, if we keep saying that to ourselves, well, when are we ever going to change it?
Yeah.
If we keep allowing that.
But no, you know, we've been burnt because every time we do go into it, everything seems to work in the opposite direction. Yeah. So people have got to put like, what's the point?
Can't be bothered.
I can understand it at this point because I think my mentality was the same. I didn't vote now.
I did.
For
that reason. For that very same reason.
Yeah, but then that's what happens. Then it happens.
I know, but that's what they want.
Then there's the one out of three that has voted, right? So, but I get it because that was me last year and probably the year before that. I haven't voted in a long time. This year,
see, I was voting. I didn't bother this time.
And you didn't bother this
doing
time.
it, and I'm like, no, forget it now. You can do what you want. You've been doing it anyway.
You're gonna do it. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Unless we all, as a nation, walk out of our jobs and let Britain stop.
That is the day.
Imagine.
That is the day. I can't wait. I want to live for that day. I want to live for that day.
Fucker.
There, that'll be
like, now my job's going what, you know, I'm still going into it. Do you know what I mean? That's the problem. So it's
100%. There's always one.
Yeah, there is.
There's always one. But
right, I'm still getting my 50 pence an hour. I'm going into work. Do you know what I mean? So
but I can't wait. I cannot wait for the day when that does come to fruition because I think it will. Yeah,
we do have the power.
We really do.
We do, and we don't get it.
And even as the Black community, like if we could put our value in a currency, we would sweep the floor. Yeah, absolutely. But if only we understood our worth financially, like how much weight we hold for these people, but they make us look like we're not.
No.
You know, when you look at certain brands like that have been known for racism in the past, maybe Tommy Hilfiger or, you know, Louis Vuitton or whatever. Yeah. And you think, okay, they might be racist brands, but they need us.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they need us. Yeah, of course. They may not want to see us rocking their clothes, the ghettos, the urbans.
No.
They might not want to see them rocking the clothes, but guess what?
Well, if we're the biggest consumer and we're the one keeping them up there, do you know what I mean?
That's why you find that brands like those will collaborate with musicians that sell to that demographic.
Exactly.
They're smart, ain't they? It's worked. It's worked since the 80s, since the 90s. It's always worked.
Continue to work. It will, definitely. But like you said, we don't realise our value. And until we realise it and learn how to make it that financial strong, oh my God, then it will fly with it, definitely.
For sure, Babs. For sure.
Crazy.
100%.
But yes. That's been nice, Nads.
Yeah,
it's been nice having you in.
Same.
It's been nice having you in.
I appreciate you.
Because we've wanted to do this for a minute.
Yeah.
I know. We're on time for a change.
Yeah. And I wasn't like crazy late as well. Because usually I'd be like, running down trying to drive down the motorway. But yeah, no, it's been a pleasure. Thank you, lady.
Having you in.
I have to let our Grapeviners know where to find you on socials and
Oh yeah,
pick up your book and the author page and everything as well.
All right, wicked for sure, guys. Hit me up, Glam Chat Nads on Instagram with a Z. It's got a Z, guys, because I changed it up. It used to be S, but I'm
really
I was like, I want to do something different. So anyway, Glam Chat Nads on Instagram, guys. Was it Glam Chat Nads? Glam Nads 1 on TikTok. Okay, but all the links are on Glam Chat Nads anyway, guys. Yeah, on Insta. As far as the author, Martha Panther's World, that's the page on Instagram. The website is also the same, guys. Your Time with Nads, Your Time _with Nads, also with a Z, guys. That is the radio show page. Of
Your
course,
Time with Nads.
Your Time with Nads. That's what's up. That's what we're doing. Okay, I'm gonna show you a good time.
That's that one right there, boy. That's it right there.
Lord help help me. Yeah, of course, shout out Just Cool Radio, which is the platform, the radio station that I'm on. So if you guys know any artists, if you're an artist yourself and you're interested in coming down and being interviewed, hit me up, guys. Yeah.
I love it, you know.
Sounds good.
You know,
sounds
I've just
good.
I've just deeped in this moment here. You know, back like give it back 10 years, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Ladies like us couldn't just be sitting here doing all of this and just trying to create all this for ourselves in this way. Giving ourselves brands, making us the forefront of brands,
That's true.
doing all these different things in different avenues. I'm so proud of us.
It's a nice feeling. It's a nice feeling.
It is. Another 10 years from now, you know,
You
it'll
never
be a
know.
whole different level, wouldn't it?
Fuck a
Sky's the
podcast
limit,
studio. We're in a
man.
TV studio over here.
Baby, listen, I want to be owning mine. Hello, you know, I want to be owning mine. I've got a lot of things in the pipeline. So, yeah, I just think that we just have to keep going, don't we, ladies?
We've got to.
Don't ever stop.
Motivate each other as
That's
well.
it. And
encourage each other.
we're inspiring the younger generation, the ones out here that feel like they might not be able to do
There you
it.
go.
They're looking at us and thinking, well, I can do it. They look just like me.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
it.
And this is
Exactly
what I'm loving about it.
Yeah,
I am
lovely.
Shell from the
Oh,
Grapevine
it's been dope.
podcast.
Thanks,
Yeah,
ladies.
go add us
Nice
up
having you.
on the socials, grapevine.podcast, like, subscribe, and all that good stuff.